celebration, we thought we would write some words of wisdom and memories that you have shared with us over the years. Everyone knows that our dad is a real funny guy. Well, Dad, tonight the joke's on you.
You thought that we got you good with a surprise party, but just wait for what's coming up next. We would like to welcome everyone here to the roast of Ron Freeman.
Woo!
Everyone.
Dad, as you can see, you're surrounded by people who love you. You have a lot of friends. People are always around you. But that's just because they can't get past such a big circumference without leaving the zip code.
Dad, you were always there for us, especially when we didn't want you to be. Like when we would have parties and you would come downstairs with underwear on your head. Only you didn't know the real reason people were laughing was because you had stains on it. So, Dad, you just turned 60. We're not saying our dad is old, but his first babysitting job was for Moses. I think it's finally safe to admit that you're old, Dad, and your hair is actually white, not salt and pepper. You're so old that when I asked to see your birth certificate, you handed me a rock.
Dad always stressed the importance of family values. He actually comes from a very tight-knit family himself. His parents were very close. In fact, they were first cousins. I should explain something, Terry and Stacy.
Oh my God!
No, really, there's a reason that Dad's like this. He was deprived of a lot of things as a kid. I think oxygen tops the list. You know, he's afraid that no one will remember him when he's gone. I can think of several reasons he'll be remembered. He wouldn't like any, but I can think of them. He's been known to do a lot of soul searching. So far, he hasn't found one. Really, he's not as bad as people think. He's much worse. I'm not saying that Dad talks loud, but when he calls his sister in Denmark, he doesn't need to use the phone. Dad really likes to debate politics, and he's very persuasive on controversial issues. For instance, people take one look at him, and just like that, they're in favor of abortion. But Dad, we know that you're a very righteous man, so you joined STS. But he stopped going when he realized that the High Holy Days had nothing to do with marijuana.
Now, we know all the women enjoy seeing your face in shul. They say it stops them from eating too much at the kiddush luncheon. They put you on the bathroom committee because they know you'll be invested since that's where you spend all your time. Dad has always been a very hard worker. These days he sells lands, but he can't land a sale.
That's below the belt now.
You call yourself the landman, but people only respond to your ads on the internet because they think you're trying to land a man. Dad, we joke because we love you. You're like the father we never wanted. My father is like the hair in your food at a restaurant, dark, twisted, and you can't imagine where it came from.
Dad, you're kind of like pee in a swimming pool. It's gross. Nobody wants it there, but it just wouldn't be the same without it. Over the years, Dad has never been at a loss for words. For those of you who may not know, Dad sometimes talks out of the side of his mouth. Here are some of his words of wisdom. It's a no-brainer. The fact of the matter is, and you all knew it was coming, so join in if you've heard this one. When you park next to a wall,
you have a your chances by 50%.
And Dad, you always had trouble pronouncing words like rotisserie, meringue, pedometer, mercury, balsamatic. You were so open about your feelings. You would always tell us we looked very nice. Sometimes you would say, I care. And before bedtime, we would get a firm handshake, and you would say, I'm very fond of you. Dad, you're not so bad yourself. We only joke because we love you so much, and we know you can take it.
Plus, we know we'll get twice as much shit back as we gave to you.
Have a happy 60th birthday. And remember, life is a parade. Love, Sweet Pea.
And brown-eyed girl.
Aww.